What's up, Nerdgenic Nation? Superhero nerd Aaron Waller here, and we got some amazing news recently that one of my all-time favorite comic book movies that has been ridiculed for years has now gotten a massive resurgence. Constantine will be getting a sequel starring Keanu Reeves, and I could not be more pumped, making this John Wick quote very relevant for this movie.
People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back!
Now, I've talked about Constantine a few times on this channel already, including doing a history of him. Go check out that video after this one. But the easiest way to describe the character is that he's the primary, or at least one of the most popular, magic users within the DC comics. He also just so happens to battle angels, demons, the occult, and everything in between. In 2005's Constantine was most ridiculed when it came out, to the departure that Keanu Reeves wasn't the Brit that the character was most known for being, and with various other departures. But I remember absolutely loving every aspect of the film when it came out, and didn't care because it felt like the closest thing to DC horror and grit that we'd gotten during what was a very strange and new time for comic book movies. But now 17 years later, a sequel's been announced, but what could it possibly be about? Well, for me, I think it's a massive opportunity for DC to finally try and get its Justice League Dark in motion. It too has been in development hell that not even Constantine himself could pull out. But at a time when Marvel is getting ready to put out content like Werewolf by Night, this could be the chance for DC to make its darkest and weirdest team a reality. And there have been other iterations of the Justice League Dark in animation, with 2 feature-length movies in the DC animated movie universe, and even Guillermo del Toro attached for quite some time to try and get it up and running. But as is with all things, Keanu Reeves is to the rescue as the resurgence of the Keanu-sans continues, and he can return to the character he recently said in an interview was the one he wanted to return to most, which probably caused all of this to happen in the first place. And now for those comic book nerds who are watching this, you probably are thinking, yes, Justice League Dark could be interesting, but it might be too grand and put people off. And I kind of agree with that. It's a very weird team. It will likely need to be a slower build to get to that point, but it would be so cool if it happened if we got even a name drop or a cameo from Zatanna, Swamp Thing, Deadman, or any other member of the Justice League Dark. But anyway, what else could be explored in the sequel, assuming that WB and DC don't go down the Justice League Dark road? Well, the last time we saw this character in 2005, he had recently been given another chance at life. So I think that's actually the perfect place to start, in that he just essentially falls in line with the character and messes it all up, and now finds himself in a heap of trouble, possibly with a curse on him, or any other various stories from the Hellblazer comic that makes him so famous. And speaking of which, it wouldn't surprise me if the movie was end up being called Constantine with Hellblazer as the subtitle, or if they just did a Dark Knight situation and just went straight to the title of Hellblazer. I think that could be really cool also. To be honest, I just hope that they keep this version of the character the same as he was in 2005, despite when Matt Ryan took over for the NBC, CW, and Arrowverse version, which was widely more accepted because it was not only more comic accurate, but it just better fit the overall character. But to me, Keanu is my Constantine. I just wanted to have the amazingness of the first film and hopefully have it be appreciated this time, rather than me being one of the only few, at least at the time, advocators for it. Constantine is such an awesome character with a rich history that can go in so many directions, and I couldn't be more excited for the future of this character with this announcement. But now I want to hear from you in the Nerdgenic community. Are you excited for the Constantine sequel? Who would you hope to see or be name dropped in the film? Let me know down in the comments section down below. And while you're down there, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos from me or the rest of the Nerdgenic team. And be sure to give us a follow across all social media platforms at Nerdgenic. That way you don't miss out on any special news, announcements, or articles at nerdgenic.com. But in the meantime, if you want even more content from us, check out these playlists on screen, like my History of series, which gets a new character every single Saturday, where I give you the comic book history of various heroes and villains. Or for some more DC content, check out this playlist right over here. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it, and we hope to see you in the next video.